Hey guys, JV here sharing what happens when you don't choose the raiders in nuka-world. What happens if right out of the Kolakars arena, when Gage anoints you as the new overboss, you decide not to take his offer to run nuka-world? This was always an interesting alternative for me when playing through the DLC. Bethesda wanted players to feel evil in nuka-world, but what happens when you choose to be morally good? The only way for that to happen is to kill every single last one of the raiders and consequently free all of the traders and slaves. I'm sure you can just start shooting whenever you want to, but my advice is to talk to Mackenzie in the Nuka Town market. She's the only doctor in nuka-world, but she is a slave. She has a slave collar around her neck and she gives you a proposition to wipe out all of the raiders. No matter what you say, she'll give you the open season quest, which is to hunt down and kill every single gang leader. This will help you track down their locations if they're not in their usual hangout spots. Before you go ahead and kill all of the raiders in nuka-world, I highly recommend the following. Number 1, be at least level 60 and specialize in something combat related with your perks. Whether it's explosives, semi-automatic rifles, automatic weapons, be sure you have maximized the ranks on your particular combat perk so you're dealing the most damage that you can. Number 2, bring your best weapon and a ton of ammo. I used a handmade rifle because my character specializes in automatic weapons. After nuka-world, the handmade rifle is one of the best automatic weapons in the game, so that's why I chose it, and also you need to bring that healthy amount of ammunition. For my handmade rifle, I needed around 2,000 7.62 rounds to get this done. Number 3, make sure and bring power armor. I don't really think this is doable unless you're just highly over-leveled because you're going to be shot from multiple directions on multiple occasions. At the very beginning, when we kill Overboss Coulter, he drops a great set of power armor. You will need a frame to equip this armor, but once you do, this is a great form of protection, and again, I really think you need it. Finally, number 4, bring stim packs. Bring a lot of stim packs. I went through at least 40 and I have maxed out medic on my character, which is something I also recommend. If you don't do that, you're going to be eating through stim packs like nobody's business. I don't care what level you are, there are just so many enemies shooting at you at once, and so you'll need that. In our hunt for the gang leaders, there are several targets that we need to watch out for because they're fairly tough, and each gang leader themselves is fairly tough to take down. Mason, Nisha, Mags, and William are all surrounded by 20 or so raiders, and they themselves won't go down without a fight. At level 65, they were all above my level and were significantly more difficult targets compared to the rest of the raiders I was fighting. For that reason, I think it's a great idea to take out the rest of the raiders before going in for the kill on these gang leaders. Each leader will also try and stim pack multiple times to recover their health. You'll shoot them, need to reload, go into cover, and suddenly they'll have all their health again. My advice is to rack up critical headshots and burn them down as quickly as possible. You'll also run into some veteran types with each gang. They will do the same thing. Additionally, you'll need to watch out for other named targets in the area. People that are not just operator veteran or something like that, they actually have names. These people are also more deadly and more difficult to kill, and so you'll have to watch out for them. Savoy will be guarding Nisha, Lizzie will be guarding Mags and William, and Shank will be outside in the market area, which is also filled with a lot of raiders. In total, you'll need to clear out and kill over 100 raiders in the Nuka Town nuka-world area if your goal is to completely clear all of them out. Personally, this took me around 20 minutes to complete. I made sure that I was equipped with all the ammunition like I mentioned before, the proper protection, the stim packs, and so it wasn't too much of an issue since I was all stocked up. The biggest trouble that I had was when I went into a specific area that was locked off, for example, the Fizz Top Mountain with the Disciples, the Amphitheater with the Pack, the Operators Theater area. Every time I went into those areas, I was just met with a hail of bullets from at least 10 targets. Fortunately, you can just back out of that area really quickly. They won't follow you, at least in my experience. You know, take a few stim packs, get your breath, and then go back in. Even though I'm really built out for agility and luck and racking up those criticals, I think the most difficult part for sure was the gang leaders themselves. They just wouldn't go down, even with, you know, a maxed out handmade rifle, maximizing that damage. I just couldn't burn them down quick enough. But of course, the Sole Survivor is incredibly overpowered, we all know that, and so it's obviously doable. I wasn't even on anything higher than normal. I think survival mode would be a true test and a true challenge to take out all of the raiders in nuka-world. Once you've hunted down and killed all of the leaders, you can return to Mackenzie for a reward. She'll thank you for helping and give you a little experience in return. You get a good amount of experience because you're just killing so many raiders when doing this, but it's really nothing compared to helping the raiders and actually going through the quest line. The main quest of nuka-world is failed immediately after you kill your first gang leader, and that locks out the rest of the DLC quest line. Gage will also be locked out as a companion at this point because he's a raider, so it's definitely not ideal to start out by killing everyone first. Depending on who you are and what you like about Fallout, this might be really fun or really boring and just a waste of time, but regardless, I do believe this is the most morally good decision you can make in nuka-world. 99% of the time when raiders are involved outside of nuka-world, they're just bad. They kill you on sight, it's not a good situation, they die because they run into the overpowered sole survivor. Before the sole survivor arrives in nuka-world, it's a giant raider headquarters with slavery and such. It's really a terrible situation. Afterwards, after making this decision to kill all of the leaders, it's a trading post open to everyone in the wasteland, and those slaves are free. These people are free to do what they please, and I think that's the most morally good decision that can be made. You also get to keep your sick pad at the Fizz Top Grill. It's a little bit weird, but that view is amazing. I'd like to hear from you all in the comment section below. How do you feel about clearing out nuka-world? Do you think this is a good thing to do, a bad thing to do? And if you've done it, what was your experience? Was this difficult? Was this easy? Or if you haven't done it, will you do it now after watching this video? Share all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I shared what happens when you kill all of the raiders in nuka-world. Next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more Fallout 4 and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time.